So I've had a couple days to play the Crown Tundra and Pokemon Sword and Shield, and let me tell you, I am loving this DLC, but I think it's time to give my final thoughts and review for this DLC. But before we get into it, if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe because we're going to be talking about Pokemon stuff for a long time to come, and it is going to be a blast. So be sure to stick around for that, but let's talk about my thoughts overall on the Crown Tundra. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Crown Tundra's location. I love the look of this zone. Maybe it's just because it's the time of year, it's getting chilly where I live. It's almost, winter time. We're getting close. The temperatures are sinking down. This just gives me a fall wintry vibe, and I love the aesthetic of this location. I'm a huge fan. On top of that, the location's huge. This is a really, really big zone in the game, and I am loving it. And it's all wild area, so there's Pokemon running around everywhere. Not to mention the fact that a lot of the legendaries in this DLC are overworld encounters. So you see these legendaries living in the world just like you thought they would when you played Pokemon as a kid. This is a fantastic location, and I hope we get another DLC with something of a similar vein and similar size, because this is freaking awesome. I love how big this zone is. I think the obvious thing to bring up is that there are tons of new Pokemon. Now, not new in the sense that they are 100% brand new Pokemon that have never been seen before until this expansion, but new Pokemon in the sense that they are returning from previous games that were not available in this game up until this point. A lot of people are upset about this kind of thing, that, oh, they're making us pay for Pokemon that we already had, and it doesn't bug me, okay? I love being able to see these new Pokemon again, see them in a biome, in an environment that actually fits their typing and makes sense. I love it. I think this is freaking awesome, and I am enjoying every minute of it, and I'm loving all the new Pokemon as well, like Galarian Slowking, the Galarian Birds, Calyrex, Spectrier, Glastrier, all those, love them. They're super cool. So just having more Pokemon to hunt, shiny hunt, breed for competitive, all of that is fantastic. It's fantastic. There's no other way to put it. There's just so many more Pokemon that you can work with. It's going to change up the metagame and competitive play. It's going to give me more things to shiny hunt. It's just awesome. I love it. Now, the story is actually really, really good. So you go to the Crown Tundra and you meet Peony, who is trying to create this adventure, as he calls it, for his daughter Nia. And all she wants to do are the Dynamax raids, the max raid adventures. And so, as a result, you're kind of roped into doing her part in this adventure. And what the adventurer is he gives you these lists of legends from the Crown Tundra. And these legends contain legendary Pokemons and stories about them. And you go through the world and explore and then complete tasks that kind of track down these legends. So, you get one that focuses on Calyrex and that story. You get one that focuses on the Bird Trio. You get one that focuses on the Reggies. And it's really cool going through the zone, finding this stuff, because this is far more about exploration than the Isle of Armor was, which I think is really, really good thing. Considering the fact that Pokemon is kind of moving toward an open world experience with the wild area, making this game about exploration and finding things, and it just fits so well. And the stories and the lore that you get from a lot of these are really cool. I really, really enjoyed the story. The characters were goofy, but some of the stories, like Calyrex's especially, was super interesting to read about and learn about the location. You learn so much about the Crown Tundra by doing Calyrex's story, so I really enjoyed that one. The Reggies were fun as always to go and get. The puzzles were interesting. They weren't super challenging, but it was fun nonetheless. And then the birds are just cool because, again, they're one of those legendaries that are spawning in the overworld, and you can go and see them in their habitats, and it's just so cool. On top of just the story, there's a bunch of side missions, like the Swords of Justice, where you track the footprints around, and then you can go catch the Swords of Justice in Keldeo. Super cool stuff there. There's so much to do here and so much to explore and uncover. I love it to death. Now, the Dynamax Adventures are also new in the Crown Tundra, and these are freaking cool, let me tell you. First off, they're an awesome new shiny hunting method, and that already makes them cool in my opinion. Then the odds are really good. Really, really good for Dynamax Adventures, so that's awesome in its own right. Then, just playing through them, they are a good, fun little bit of content. I wish raids were this from the start. I love how this plays. It's very strategic where you go through and you battle 4 Pokemon along the way, the last one being a legendary Pokemon, and you don't take yours Pokemon in, you pick one when you go in, and then you can swap them out from Pokemon you catch along the way. It's a super fun little mini game essentially, and you really have to think about your strategy, which route you're going to take through these tunnels, and then whether or not you end up catching the legendary, because you can only catch one of each legendary. And if you want the shiny, you're going to have to just keep going until you find it. And it is really fun endgame content, and you can do it right at the start of Crown Tundra, but I personally have already beat the story. Now I'm considering going back and just doing the Dynamax Adventures over and over. So there's definitely some serious replayability there with the Dynamax Adventures. You're going to get a lot of hours out of that if you're shiny hunting. And it's great for shiny hunting non-legendary Pokemon as well. So it's just a really fun little game all around. The next thing is there's actually a post-game here. After you beat the initial campaign of the Crown Tundra, you'll get a little The End screen. You actually get another of the little legendary tasks that Peony has been sending you on, and it involves the Ultra Beasts and the Ultra Wormhole, and I have yet to dabble in it. But you get a little picture of the Ultra Wormhole in the sky, and it's super cool that we're getting post-game and a DLC stuff. I love it. I can't wait to hop in. I will eventually have a video up on that on the channel, so be sure to subscribe and make sure you're here for when that goes up, because I have not started it yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. I wanted to make my review before I got to the post-game stuff, but I wanted to bring up the post-game stuff just because it's really cool that we're getting post-game content in a DLC. There's just so much packed in here. And then the final thing I want to touch on are just the legendaries coming back. All of the old legendaries are here. There's tons of new legendaries with the Galarians and the Steeds and Calyrex. There's just so many legendary Pokemon that you can catch here, and that's super awesome. It adds a lot of replayability, like I mentioned, because most of the legendaries can be found in the Dynamax Adventures. So all in all, there's just tons of content packed in here, and there's hints at old games and stuff like that packed in here if you're paying attention. Overall, this expansion, this DLC, it's just very well crafted. I'm really pleasantly surprised with how it turned out, considering that the Isle of Armor really wasn't that great. I did not have a fantastic time playing the Isle of Armor just because it was there and gone so quick. But this, I've beaten it, yes, but I haven't done all the content yet, and that's what's crazy, and I'm so excited to continue playing through it. It feels like a smaller, condensed version of a new Pokemon game, and I'm a big fan of it. But that is my review for the Crown Tundra, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the Crown Tundra in the comments below if you've already played it. I'm interested in hearing it, but that's going to be it for this video. Hope you found it entertaining and helpful, and if you did, be sure to leave a like and smash that subscribe button for more videos like this in the future. Be sure to share the video with your friends. Grow the community here on the channel. Speaking of community, we got a community Discord, people over there playing games like Pokemon and Animal Crossing, so check that out if that's something that interests you. I do stream over on Twitch. It's going to be a lot of Pokemon. Check that out if that's something that interests you. All my other social media should be on screen here at this point, so if you're interested in keeping up with me, this channel, the stream, anything like that, check me out there as well. But like I said, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.